Hello everybody, it is me, Sunset Girl, and in today's video, I am not going to be performing. I am going to be telling you how to pick music to perform. If you are struggling with doing this video may be for you. So, I think that there are 3 main tips to picking out music to perform. 1. Pick what fits you. 2. Pick what fits your voice or your instrument. And 3, pick what the crowds love. So what I mean when I say pick what fits you, pick a song that will fit the style of your music. What are you aiming? What is the genre or style that you're aiming for? How are you going to look? How are you going to portray this song? And you want to pick a song that really goes along with you and you as a performer. So you want to pick something that's a little bit challenging but isn't too difficult that you will struggle. You want to be able to perform it comfortably, but you want to have something that will grow you and your music. Tip number 2, you need to pick what fits your voice or your instrument, or both. So you want to have, once again, the right ability level, the right song choice that will go along with your vocal ability and your instrumental ability. But another thing with choosing songs for your vocals or your instrumentals, you want something that will complement your strengths. You want to have something that will go good with your style of singing or your style of playing guitar or ukulele. You want to have something that will showcase your abilities and it goes along with your genre and overall fits you. My last tip is pick what the crowds will love. You need to consider stuff like, where are you going to be performing? What type of event is it? Is it an outside event? Is it a bar? Is it a coffee house? It could be anywhere. You need to take consideration where you're performing. That may put into effect what type of song that you will be performing. Also, what crowd are you expecting to be there? Depending on the location, it may attract younger crowds, it may attract older crowds. So I would play with that. I would pick newer songs, and if you're doing a cover song, I would do newer songs for when you are expecting a younger crowd. And I would pick stuff where if it was older crowd, do more stuff where it was like them in high school or college, something that they'll find super fun, that will just take them back to the old days. For example, I once showed up to an open mic and I was expecting, the time I was there before, there was a whole young crowd, it was packed, and I showed up the next time with expecting a younger crowd. And there were all these motorcycle dudes, they were all probably mid-age, and I totally scrapped my set list that I had in planned, and I totally rolled with more rock and roll instead of the pop rock that I had in plan. So take into consideration who your audience is, the age, and where it is. Really important thing about choosing your song is crowd interaction. You want to get the crowd into it, whether that be by clapping, but with clapping, it's my favorite. But with clapping, if they get off beat, you need to keep yourself on beat. You or your band, whoever you're playing with, you guys need to keep the beat even if the crowd is off beat. I experienced this like 2 days ago, and I'm telling you, it was the first time it happened to me. It can be a little tricky, but just keep pushing through it. But it is definitely the most fun crowd interaction, in my opinion. And another main crowd interaction in your performer's toolbox can be get the crowd singing along. It'll be a blast, and if it's a very mainstream popular song, it can go well. Just invite them to sing along and they'll have fun. Along with that, you need to decide if you're going to have a mainstream song, a more obscure song that not as many people know, or if you're going to do an original. This can kind of impact everything. If it's an original, I would definitely look at what type of place it is. If it was a bigger crowd, I would say do more mainstream stuff. If it was probably a little bit smaller, like a little small coffee house or just an open mic that's super casual where you can experiment, I would definitely recommend, if you have any originals, then feel free to play with those. It's a safe space before you get paid and you go out into the world. So I definitely take consideration if you're going to be choosing a song to sing, if it's going to be a cover, an original, whether it be super popular or nobody even heard of it. I hope you enjoyed these tips and this video. Please like, subscribe, and ring the bell. If you have any questions or tips for other musicians, please leave them in the comments below. Hope you enjoyed!